to Grow TV. I am Tiffany, and I am here to help you to grow through your everyday life experiences and to help you to live your life purpose. This is Thursday Thrive, and for the next 6 weeks, I am going to be giving you a peek into my signature growth coaching program. I'm going to just give you a snippet of the principles that are within that program to help you to get started on your journey, to grow through your everyday life experiences, to live your life purpose, and to thrive. And if you want to go a little deeper, then you can just go to my website and get this 6-part system. But here, I'm going to just give you a little bit to get you started on your journey. Now, the growth coaching system consists of 6 parts. Each part corresponds to the letter in the word growth. So it's an acronym. And in today's episode, I'm going to be going over the first letter, G, getting clear. If you want to do anything in your life, pursue any goals, live your life purpose, fulfill your dreams, then you need a vision. And in order to have that vision, you need some clarity. So I'm going to be giving you my 3 to Thrive, which are my 3 tips to help you to grow in this area and thrive. So without further ado, let's get right to it. Okay, and so like I said, if you want to move forward in any endeavor, really, you need to have a vision, and to have a clear vision, you need clarity. Clarity of your mind, clarity of your thoughts, and a clear way ahead. And so I want to give you some of the tips that I learned along the way and that are in my signature growth coaching program to help you to get clear and get started on your way to fulfilling your dreams and living your purpose. Tip number 1, keep it real. Now, when I say keep it real, I mean keep it real. If you want to move forward into clarity, then you need to break down those walls, all the pretenses, and get down to the nitty-gritty of the situation and keep it real. Now, I'm not talking just about keeping it real with everybody around you. That's important. But I'm talking about keeping it real with yourself, with you and your higher source. Keep it real. Be honest about where you are, what you're feeling, what you're going through, what's going on in your head. Be real. Keep it real. Get down to the nitty-gritty of it. I'm talking about going into your prayer closet and breaking out the ugly cry. I mean, you need to break that facade. I'm talking about that outer shell that we present to the world a lot of times as a protection method, or just as a way to fit in or project whatever we think people want. I'm talking about breaking all that crap down. Keeping it real with yourself, one-on-one, you and your source, and just get clear about where you are at that particular moment in your life. If you need to literally go into a prayer closet, do that. If you need to just have some quiet time, do that. But in that moment, be exposed and be vulnerable to yourself, so that you can really get in touch with what you're really going through, what's really going on. I know if you're used to just making things happen, going through the motions, protecting yourself, then a lot of times it becomes difficult to even keep it real with yourself, to be vulnerable with yourself. But one of the first steps into really getting clarity in your life is keeping it real with yourself, being vulnerable, knocking down the pretenses, getting rid of the BS. If you need to snot, cry, whatever, doing that. But being authentic and honest with who you are, where you are, and really what you want out of life. So no faking, keep it real. Tip number 2, do a mind dump. Get all of the craziness and the thoughts and all of the traffic noise in your mind. Get it out of your mind. You can do that in a number of ways. Journaling, I always suggest. It is something amazing about journaling. I mean, putting the pen to the paper and getting your thoughts out on paper so that you can see clearly what's really going on, because things seem a lot different and distorted when you keep it in your mind. Sometimes it seems like a bigger deal when it's in your mind, or it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. And when you put it down on paper, you can really see, maybe I made a big deal about that, or maybe I'm not looking at that thing correctly. And so get it out of your mind. You can do that by shooting a video, just you and yourself doing a video diary, so to speak, and just getting it out, what you're feeling, what you're going through, so that you can actually verbalize it. It also works if you're just with a trusted source, a friend, family member, or a close coworker even, someone that you trust with your feelings and where you're going through. Get it out of your head, and then once you say it, you know, when you have those moments and you could be on 10, and then the more you say things, and you're like, it sounds kind of stupid when I say it. That's what I'm talking about, getting the things out of your head, because as long as it stays in your head, the rationale could be a little off. And so get it out of your head, get it on paper, or just speak it out any way you need to do it. But don't let it stay jumbled up in there, festering with just your own thoughts. Get it out, and so that you can get a little more clarity in what the situation really is, where you are, where you want to go. I'm writing down your goals as well. Whatever you want to do, wherever you want to go, if you have some heart's desires, write that down. Get it out of your head so that you can see it on paper or hear it coming out of your mouth. Whatever you do, don't just leave it in there. Get it out. Tip number 3, listen to your life. You've gotten your little one-on-one time, you've snotted and cried and kept it real. You've gotten those thoughts and the traffic noise out of your head. Now listen. Listen to what life is speaking to you. It has patterns. You'll a lot of time notice recurring themes or words or something that reoccurs where life is speaking to you, either in an answer to a prayer or some comforting, or maybe giving you some clues about the next steps in your life. Listen, pay attention. You know, they always say, you know, life speaks in a whisper, and then it gets a little louder, then it gets a little louder until it's like the brick wall. Well, the closer you listen, you won't have to get to the brick wall. You can hear the whisper, or maybe the 3rd level. But certainly don't wait until you get to the brick wall. Listen to what life is speaking to you. Look at the patterns. Watch for the answers to your prayers. Don't just put the prayer out of there. Watch for the answers to them. They're coming. Life is speaking. Listen. So let me recap. Tip number 1, keep it real. Tip number 2, do a mind dump. Tip number 3, listen to your life. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Thursday Thrive, and if you did, please do subscribe and share it with your friends. And I do hope you'll join me for the next episode of Thursday Thrive. And if you need more support on your journey, go on over to JourneyLifeDevelopment.com and subscribe to my inspirational emails and my newsletter. And until the next time, whatever you do, remember, don't just live your purpose.